Yeah, y'all. Yeah, y'all.
All right, y'all. So please excuse the mess, y'all. I am a hoarder, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm getting ready to cut the piece for the offset sprocket, you guys. Working on it right now, trying to figure out exactly how I'm gonna do it. I was gonna basically go with kind of like this tube design where I was basically gonna kind of like, you know, shave it down, take this main sprocket, and what we were going to do is not necessarily like put it directly on it, but kind of have it kind of like over it with a lip. That's what we was going to do on that side. And then on the opposite side, I was going to take and do this and basically just have it on that side, and that was basically going to be my offset sprocket. I was going to do that until I realized something. This is a dumb design. This is not the best way to do it, because if I do it this way, well, for my application, if I do it this way, then there's going to be like, I will have to make a support for the opposite end, obviously. But the biggest thing is that if I do it this way, then that's going to leave me kind of stuck when it comes to getting ready to do the sprocket cover, and that's going to take away pretty much everything from the speed sensor and everything else. So what I decided to do was something like this. Excuse the chicken scratch. Now this looks a little confusing, but I'm gonna show you guys basically what it is. I'm gonna use my sprocket right here, which is the ZX14 sprocket. Not gonna cut it or anything. I'm just gonna keep it as is. We're gonna utilize this for the splines, and then basically I'm gonna make a shaft. We'll bore it out so that way it fits straight up in there, and then after we do that, it's gonna go forward until this is about the measurement of where it needs to be, 76.05 millimeters, to where the secondary sprocket, or in this case this offset sprocket, needs to be. So we're going to go from here all the way to here. I'm going to bring this down. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit so that way that sprocket fits exactly where I want it, so that way I don't have to worry about the placement of anything. I don't want it to be off-centered or anything else like that. So I'm just going to turn it down till it's like a lip, and it's going to butt right up against that lip. Once we do that, we're going to weld, bloop bloop, and then on the opposite side we'll jump down. We'll weld on that side too. We'll jump down inside, so this will fit the cut of what I'm going to get. I can't cut it on this lathe because this is hardened steel, so I got a guy who actually helped me with the build the first time. He's going to be helping me out with this, so I'm getting ready to go drop the sprocket off to him now and get him to cut that for me. He's going to cut it out to 45.27 millimeters, so that's what we're going to bore this. That's what it's going to be bored out as. This shaft will jump down to 45. Right after that, it's going to jump down again to 25.31. This is the inner diameter of these bearings that I have. So I'm going to do that. Now, the plus side about doing this, you guys, is this. This is why I wanted to do it this way instead of doing it the other way. Because now that I have this shaft like this, I can make a sprocket cover plate that will be able to house this bearing and also be able to have the axle stick out a bit. I can thread that, and then not only can I thread this, I can put the original cap back on it to secure it. So the sprocket nut, I can put that sprocket nut back on it. Once I put that sprocket nut back on it, you guys, I can actually take and, where's my marker? Do I got a marker? So after I do that, you guys, I can take, and for the sprocket cover, I can take and put that speed sensor right back on there, you guys. So the sprocket cover will be able to house that nut, that sprocket nut, which will overall be able to just kind of hold it in there and everything else like that. Even though the plate will pretty much be what's holding it, holding the shaft in there, we're going to be able to have that nut on there, so that way that nut can pass through that sprocket sensor, and I can have that sprocket sensor still working. Well, the speed sensor, I can still have that speed sensor working. That was my biggest focus, you guys. I didn't want to be in the same situation I was in the last time where I couldn't use the speedometer. So definitely we'll be able to use that. And then not only that, with this cover, I can also also do the clutch and all of that stuff on this cover.